Happy Monday! What's going on, BodyMind boot campers? It's Laura here, and I don't know about you, but I am still buzzing from all of the amazing energy from last week's BodyMind Business Bootcamp. And oh my goodness, we have been welcoming new members into the BodyMind coaching community, into the family. And also my team and I have loved connecting with all of you. We have amazing folks that I know we get to chat to this week. And if you've been hanging out, please know that we still have space and time on the calendar if you were still interested in connecting this week. And I'm popping on today because I have two very exciting things to share with you. And before I share them, I want to talk a little bit about what you might be experiencing physiologically, okay? So last week, right, remember this is BodyMind. My degree's in biology. I'm a science nerd. I call myself a practical woo. And I think Lori Hoffer, who's one of our grads, she said something about how woo is just the science that we have not Lori, I'm messing this up. I'm gonna let it go. I love anatomy and physiology is basically what I'm trying to say. And let's talk about what happened last week, right? You all stepped into this process because you know that you have been feeling and praying and wishing for a different way to work. Maybe you're feeling the effects of burnout. Maybe you're sick and tired of the roller coaster schedule. Maybe, the past year or so has just woken you up that it's time to think about a different way to work. And you've had that inner knowing, right? You stepped into this boot camp because you've been feeling that. And last week, which was amazing, and I hope you all enjoyed and got to experience, literally feel the power of community. You got to feel and see, right, a whole new level of possibility. We talked about that roadmap around owning your brilliance so that others around you can own that. We talked about claiming your time and then leveraging that, and how when you do that, others get to receive and apply and live that message that you are here to share, right? We talked about the inner work. We talked about so much, basically. And we showed you the roadmap, and I think and I hope that you all got to experience and start to create a new neural pathway in the gray matter of your brain, right? It opens something up. Now, here's what happens, right? You probably felt, right? You probably felt and experienced, the dopamine rush, right? And felt yourself opening up and leaning in. And it's Monday. Chances are you're about to step in to that normal work week. You saw a whole new level of possibility, and now what was normal, right, is about to take over. And what happens is, this is your physiology. Your brain wants to do everything in its power to keep you running the same neural pathway. And it does this because it conserves energy and it keeps you, quote unquote, safe. And safe in this definition is familiar. So even though the old way of working is exhausting and it feels like you're spinning your wheels and you're doing the same thing over and over again, it conserves energy in your brain because you get to just trip on that neural pathway, which is, surrounded by so much myelin that you just run that no matter what without thinking. Because creating a new level of being and creating that new neural pathway takes effort. And it's about stepping into the unknown and starting to trust in a part of yourself that knows you're ready, but might be scared. So that's what's happening, right? You're probably, anybody, give me a 1 in the comments if you're like, I get it. Like, I see the possibility and I feel the pull just to go back and do things the way that I've always done. And I just want to let you know that is part of how we are wired. And it's part of why, my team and I believe so much that when you have that expanse and that opening, you start to take the action, because it's in the action that you literally are creating that new way of being. So that's why I'm here today, because there are 2 things that I'm excited to share with you. First, I saw during our Q&A on Friday, there were a couple of requests to hear from our BodyMind coaches. And I love that. And so over the weekend, I was like, let's make this happen. So we are going to be going live in the group. We're going to be sharing some interviews, testimonials, case studies, all the things. If you're in our private Facebook community, the Holistic Practitioners Working Smarter, Not Harder, please know that you are surrounded by so many BodyMind coaches. We know that it's one thing to understand the information, and it's another thing to see how we implement it. One of my biggest beliefs with this process is that this is a framework to infuse your magic and your brilliance. All of you come into this work with different perspectives, different backgrounds, different modalities, and I didn't answer this on Friday, but I want to say this. There's a lot of coaching programs out there that when they teach you how to coach, you have to do it their way, or else you're not considered that type of coach. For me, it is essential that this structure gives you the freedom to grow and evolve and really be you and own for your gifts. Okay, so we want to share with you just other ways that people are implementing this so you can start to reinforce and see that level of possibility for yourself. And the second thing is we had this idea, actually this came about this morning. We know, for those of you who have watched the trainings that are available through tonight, right? So go to the dashboard, watch those trainings. And we want to do, for those of you who complete the workbook, which you can be able to complete the workbook, we're going to be hosting, my team is going to host a co-working session. And this is a place like Zoom meeting where lots of faces, you can come in, connect with my team. We're going to go through the workbook with you and make sure that your questions are asked. And really, this is a place to, again, start to see what this might look like in action for you, because this is not one size fits all. This is really about the framework to bring your brilliance into the mix. So that's what we have going on this week. Again, I know many of you have your calls already on the calendar, and we cannot wait to connect with you. We absolutely have space and will find space for those of you who, are ready to maybe connect with our team and step into what might be possible for you. And please hang out in the group. We are going to be sharing interviews and case studies and testimonials and all sorts of goodness, as well as just the community interaction with all of our amazing BodyMind coaches. So tune in the group. We have that going on. And watch the trainings, finish your workbook, and join us for that bonus co-working session. So y'all are amazing. How are you feeling this week? I see a lot of you watching, so say hello. Again, I just want to honor that this process, right? Our brain says, if I just know it, if I just, right, yes, it's absolutely easy to start Monday doing the normal routine, right? We have shown this possibility, it's amazing. And also, your neurophysiology is designed for you to keep doing the same thing over and over again, because familiar is what is safe to the brain and the head, right? And So just take the breath, right? You felt the expansion. You're noticing the pull to go back into the routine. This is a place that I've heard it called liminal space, the space between. Now, here's the irony is I actually believe that it's in the space between where we really live, right? We're never fully there. You know what I'm talking about? And this space between old way, recognizing the old way doesn't work or doesn't feel good, yet it's familiar. And seeing possibility and seeing that there's another way, right? You're kind of sitting here in this space between. This is the place where I think you get to make powerful choices around who you get to be and how you want to show up. I have something on my heart that I want to say. I want you to remember that this is a place where there's like, this is part of what the work that I've been doing lately is really honoring spaciousness, honoring the spaciousness of the energy that shows up, the energy of my thoughts, the energy of my emotions, the energy of my fears, the energy of my hopes, like, you know, honoring all of that energy. And in this spaciousness, wrapping that energy with love, right? Integrating it back into my body and coming back to the place, that place of connection that connects all of us, right? Humanity and really all of us showing up for each other and coming back to that place and hearing that inner knowing, that wisdom. That is the place where I think we really get to navigate our lives. And everything that's here, the support that we offer and why we structure these things the way that we do is, I think we live in a world that is so caught in the heads and so caught in the busyness and so caught up in being right or wrong, being right? Like it's become so either or. And the process that we're inviting you into is just, it's a yes and it's a finding the spaciousness to feel and honor and acknowledge and come back into, I don't even know if there's words. I think the best word would be like wholeness, but coming back into that knowing, that wholeness. It's palpable, it's a feeling. This is again, I probably need to stop talking, but like that is the place that we want to help you see and feel and access. And it requires, just the space holding. And then when you have and connect back into it, I have just repeatedly found in my life that that's the place that when you connect, you take the next step. So my hope is that you're starting to maybe breathe into this. And again, my team is here to help you just honor the next step. So, yay! That's so powerful. It's about what I want, not what is expected of me. So excited for all of you again. We have been loving connecting with all of you. We were so excited for those of you who have claimed your spot in the next round of BodyMind Coaching. And we have some fun things in store just to continue to honor what has opened up for you during our time together. Thank you all for being here. Go do those trainings, finish the workbook, and we can't wait to connect with you during that co-working session. We'll talk with you all later. Bye.